What's up, gamers? What's up, HELLRAISERS? Welcome back to yet again another video game review slash ranking video. So every year I'm gonna try to get one of these videos out for you, rank and give my rating for all the games that I've beaten in one whole year, and give my overall thoughts and my variety of opinions, all different types of stuff. This video might not be a little bit too long, but I'm just gonna share my thoughts and my rating of the game. Also, 3 of these games I might do a standalone video for, maybe 4 of them, we'll see. But like I said, these are games that I played this year. I am a Destiny 2 player. I've played Destiny way too much, Destiny 2 even. Played it way too much, and I decided it was time for me to hang that game up. It was nothing else left for me in that game. Microtransaction was way too much, and the game, they took away the way you wanted to play and make you play the way they want you to play. So I just decided that it wasn't for me. And so when I finally decided that I wanted to step away from all that bullshit with Destiny, I discovered a lot of games I would have never played, except for one of these games I would have bought even if I was still playing Destiny 2. So with all that in mind, let's get into this list. So this list is gonna be, I'm ranking the game from worst to best, okay? But there's really only one game on this list that I really hate because of the story aspect of it, but it's still a good game because I poured a lot of hours into the game. So with all that being said, let's start at number 7. We have NBA 2K23. Holy fuck. So this story with this game is basically you becoming an NBA player and you feuding with some guy named Steph Owens, and y'all fighting over the 17th and the 18th pick, which is fucking stupid as shit. But the story is cringeworthy, but the gameplay itself, you know, when you playing basketball itself, is pretty good. Then you have a fucking rap battle, which is fucking also cringeworthy as hell. None of it make any sense. You become a rap artist or some shit like that. You meet J. Cole, and I mean, like, what the fuck was 2K thinking with this? This shit is a terrible fucking mess. But gameplay wise, it's actually pretty good. I hate the PvP style in this because every time you try to shoot, like in PvP, you can't hit any of your fucking shots, and you can do a perfect shot, and somehow, some way, you still fucking miss, but other people can hit all their fucking shots. But my rating for this game will have to be, it's pretty low, people, a 4.5 out of 10. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm only giving the rating because I like the gameplay, but the story fucking sucks. Up to number 6 will have to be Far Cry New Dawn. Now, Far Cry New Dawn has a lot of mixed elements when it comes down to if people like the game or if they don't. Yes, it is a spin-off from Part 5, but when this game first came out, this game got criticized for being born a glorified DLC to Far Cry 5. I think the fucking game was brilliant. I actually like it. It's the only Far Cry game I actually ever beat. I played all the other Far Cry games, but I've never actually beaten them. I'm planning on beating them, but just give me time. It takes time. But anyway, Far Cry New Dawn tells a story about this. You going into this world where there's a bunch of people fighting and trying to survive over a little bit of food and lights and gas and all the stuff that they have left. And so you got these two sisters who basically trying to control everything, and you going undercover to really to play them, but they think you're on their side, and really you're not on their side. It's kind of an interesting story, but what kind of get me is when you finally get a chance to get your revenge on these two sisters, the game flipped it and make you feel sympathy for them, and it really does hit you when you know exactly what's about to happen to these two girls. You know you're about to kill them for you. You know you're about to kill them. So I like how the game kind of flip it around and put the weight on you. Just a little spin. My rating for this game will have to be a 7 out of 10. Still good. There's still some replayability there. I'm actually planning on replaying it again. I had to remove off my hard drive so I can make room for more games. I don't have a bigger hard drive yet. I'm working on getting it. But yeah, Far Cry New Dawn is fucking awesome. I don't think it deserved all that fucking hate that it got when it first came out. Moving up to number 5, we got Ghostwire Tokyo. Man, This game was highly anticipated for me. I've been wanting to play this motherfucker, but it was a PlayStation time exclusive, and it finally came to Xbox back in March of this year. And I've been itching to play this fucking game, and I finally played it, and it was worth the hype, and it was worth the wait. This game tells a story about this some guy, I believe named KK or something like that, and his body gets taken over by some other supernatural being. I fucking forget the plot of the game. And basically he has to go out through the entire town of Tokyo, the country of Tokyo, trying to stop these supernatural forces from trying to take over his body, as well as trying to destroy the population of Tokyo, something like that. Gameplay wise, this shit is satisfying as hell. If you want to play a game that is satisfying with the fucking abilities and all like the stuff he does with his hands, just seeing that in first person is actually pretty fucking awesome. This game had me. If this game was in third person, I wouldn't have liked it. But the fact that they put this in first person, it really kind of makes you feel like you're the one who's doing all the fucking power. So satisfying to see. Really, the only issue that I had with the game is at one point when I was playing it, the game kind of like frame drop a little bit, but it wasn't nothing too groundbreaking or anything like that, but I did notice it. Another thing that I had with the game, which is the last one I had with the game, is that it forecloses itself and goes back to my home dashboard on my Xbox. Now, I don't know if that's something to do with the game or that's something was wrong with my Xbox. I have no idea what that was, but it's very noticeable, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit. And my rating for Ghostwire Tokyo will be a 7.8 out of 10. I really did like this game. Okay, this game, like I said, was satisfying, especially with all the fucking abilities. So fucking crazy. The game was definitely hard, too, because I played it on, I believe, normal, because I wanted to get the feel of the game, and holy shit, one hit from certain enemies was kind of frustrating as fuck, but still a lot of fun. Moving up to number 4, we have Cyberpunk 2077. Now, this is one of these games that I said if I was still playing Destiny, I would have never bought. If I was still playing Destiny, I would have never bought Cyberpunk 2077. I'm being completely honest with you. It was on sale for $30, and I wanted to play it because of Keanu Reeves was in the game. And let's just say that when this game first came out, there was a lot of controversy and shit going on with this game. The game was a buggy-ass mess. People didn't like the woke stuff. People didn't like the whole sexual element that they had in the game. But what do you expect? This is CD Projekt Red, known for doing stuff like that in their game. That's what makes them unique and different. But Cyberpunk tells you a story about you set in the futuristic world and your body is fucking cyber and all that stuff there. Let's just get on with the game. You know it. That's why you clicked on the video. But anyway, this game has a lot of weird elements to it. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I walked into the game knowing that, but I also walked into the game blind because I didn't watch too much gameplay of this game. It was criticized when it came out. I knew that from the jump. But my actual experience with the game itself, let's just say, was pretty fucking wild. But the gameplay-wise is actually pretty good. I got at least 3 nitpicks about this game that I kind of wish they did not do. Number 1, the first-person shit. Sometimes things in first-person in this game can be a little bit claustrophobic. It feels like everything is a little bit too close, especially when you're trying to shoot and then they got like a little bit of cyberware weapons, you can swing around, all that kind of stuff. To me, in first person, it's a little overwhelming, considering the fact that the game looked good, but I feel like this would have been better off in third person. My second issue with this game is that I feel like the story, in my own opinion, is not as engaging as it should be. You basically just bail just for Keanu Reeves character Johnny to take over your body, really. I mean, if you really sit back and think about it, you serve no purpose to really be playing the fucking game. You just playing it just for Keanu Reeves to take over your body and so he can be back into society. Number 3 is that at the time of me playing the game, when I first bought it, when it was on sale for $30, I have experienced a lot. And I mean a lot of bugs and glitches. And I mean a lot of them. Now, I did not play the new DLC on Phantom Liberty, I believe it's called. I didn't play that yet. Plan on playing that. But I will be completely honest with you, the amount of bugs and glitches I have experienced is actually fucking insane. There's been a time where I was driving a car and my character was on hollow ground. Like I was driving a car, but I was just sitting in thin air. Another time where I was shooting my gun and I did not hear the impact of the gun being shot. Another time where I was actually running and looked like I was fucking floating and shit. There's, a lot of bugs I can talk about in this game that I have experienced. But it did not take away my enjoyment for the game. I actually still did enjoy the game. My rating for Cyberpunk will be a 7.9 out of 10. Still a fucking enjoyable game, but despite all the bugs and glitches, I actually do plan on buying that DLC and giving this game another chance. But into the top 3. Now, these are the top 3 games that I actually love. Okay? So, the top 3 is where the good shit actually lies. Now, at number 3, we have Resident Evil 3. I love Resident Evil 3. There's a lot that I don't like about this game. We're going to get there in just a second. But Resident Evil 3 to me is absolutely fucking gorgeous. If you haven't played Resident Evil 3, the remake, please get on it. But before you buy the game, let me tell you something that you probably don't know if you haven't played the game. So, Resident Evil 3 tells a story about Jill has to go against some fucking tall-ass monster-like creature named Nemesis. And no matter what she does, she cannot seem to get this motherfucker out of her sight. That's all you need to know. If you know, you know more, but this game is fucking crazy. So, there's a lot I could tell about Resident Evil 3. This is going to be a standalone video, maybe. But Resident Evil 3 is by far one of the best Capcom remakes until you hear number 2. But Resident Evil 3 to me is just one of those games that I never thought I would like because I don't like remake games like that too much. But I actually start to enjoy them a little bit more, especially if you do something different with the story a little bit. But Resident Evil 3 to me is one of those games where when you play it, it reminds you of why you is a gamer in the first place. If you played the original Resident Evil 3 back on PlayStation 1, it reminds you why you is a gamer in the first place. If I could pick something apart with this game, it would have to be Nemesis. This motherfucker just don't know how to take a hint. Isn't that what Jill said? Take a fucking hint, dude. Like, seriously. No matter what, this motherfucker kept on coming. That's what she said. But he didn't stop. I do like that because that does raise the intensity. Nemesis' theme is so intense. The moment you see him, if you get close to your TV with your fucking controller, Nemesis is a fucking disaster, but he's a lot of fucking fun. He is what keeps the game going. I remember the first time I saw Nemesis, I felt like, dude, back the fuck up, don't get close to me. It was a little frustrating at time with Nemesis, but it's still fun to the point where I actually stopped playing for a while just so I could take a breather. And when I went back, beat the game, then beat it again under 2 hours, got that fucking achievement, and I stopped playing. So my rating for Resident Evil 3 will have to be an 8.3 out of 10. Still fucking enjoyable. I love Resident Evil 3. It's one of my favorites. Moving on into number 2, we have Resident Evil 4. Holy shit. Where does everybody go? Bingo. Resident Evil 4 is absolutely flawless, without a doubt. It was my game of the year and until I played number 1, but Resident Evil 4 is absolutely fucking gorgeous. This game looks absolutely stunning. The amount of time and effort and passion that Capcom put in this game is mind-blowing. Resident Evil 4 tells a story about Leon Kennedy has to go save the president's daughter. That's it. But, yeah, this is one of those games that I would truly say took advantage of the Xbox Series X. It took advantage. And everything that this game has in store for it, from the way it looked, the story, a little bit of spin on it, but this game is absolutely wild and absolutely crazy. One of my biggest problems with Resident Evil 4 is the fact is that I feel like Capcom should have added a little bit more creativity with the game. And like what I mean by that is not put the microtransaction in the game. Yeah, they got microtransaction. Not put that shit in there and just pull that time that you put into the microtransaction into the game. They want you to do a lot of crazy shit to get unlimited weapons and stuff like that, which I don't mind. But to me, I feel like I'm playing this game for fun, and I don't want my time to be overused. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that I wish they had not do. So my rating for Resident Evil 4 would have to be a 9 out of 10. I love this game. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but that little nitpick with the microtransactions should have never even happened. Moving on into lucky number 1, and before I say lucky number 1, this game is by white the game of the year. It should have been nominated and it should have been won, at least in my own opinion. Baldur's Gate 3, I'm happy for them. The developers and the entire team, I'm happy for them, but Starfield was robbed, okay? So keep that in mind. So the game of the year, I already said the name of it. But anyway, the game that I'm about to talk about next is Starfield. This game is fucking insane. The shit that you can do in this game is beyond me, okay? Excuse me, but it's really beyond me. Starfield is an absolutely generation of a generation game. It's a game that's going to be talked about and played for numerous years to come, okay? Starfield is just that type of game where as soon as you play it, you really don't know where you're going with this game, but Starfield tells a story about you exploring all the solar system and basically have to become a cyborg at the end of the game. If you haven't played it already, I'm sorry I spoiled it for you. But yeah, this game is fucking crazy. I don't know what else to say about this game. I might make a standalone video with this one as well, and with Resident Evil 4. But Starfield to me is just one of those games that Bethesda made. And I'm not really a big Bethesda fan. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've never beaten any Bethesda game besides this one. I poured hours into this game, and I even made a second character along the way. But yeah, Starfield is absolutely gorgeous to look at. The facial expression that these people have, the way they talk, certain movement. My favorite character would have to be Sarah. Isn't she gorgeous, right? But yeah, Starfield is just crazy. One of my nitpicks about Starfield, though, is that when you beat the game, spoiler, when you beat the game, you become a cyborg, but that's not the problem. The biggest problem is that when you beat the game, you lose all your shit, your weapons, your money, all the stuff that you built on certain planets, you know, like your little outposts and stuff. That's something that they need to get rid of. Because I feel like if you're going to pour hours into this game, you should lose all your shit. Just saying. But that's the only nitpick that I had. And the reason that nitpick exists is because the rating that I've given this game is a 9 out of 10. Okay? I would give this game a 10 out of 10, but the fact that when you start over, you lose all your shit, kind of pissed me off a little bit. If that wasn't there, this would be a 10 out of 10 game, without a doubt. So that's pretty much going to wrap up today's specific video. If you play any of these games on this list, let me know in the comments what your rating is for all of these games or some of the games that you played. Or let me know any games that you want to see me play, if I feel like playing them or if they fit my taste. I'm a very picky person when it comes down to my taste in games, okay? So keep that in mind. So that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I really do appreciate all of my fucking heroes, all my gamers. 65 subscribers at the time of recording this video, excuse me. I really do appreciate that. You guys are fucking awesome. So that's going to wrap up this video. Make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on that fucking bell notification so that when I drop another lit-ass video, you'll be the first ones to get it. If you want to get in touch with your boy, social media link is always in the description down below. And I hope to catch you here in my next video. Peace.